Taking none.
Hey guys, it's Kayla, aka Nola K. Welcome back. Wildcard weekend is just around the corner. I think they're calling it Super Wildcard weekend because of the two triple headers, Saturday and Sunday. But the Saints play Sunday at 3:40. The Bears come into New Orleans, and I think there's going to be like 3,000 fans. It's not much of a crowd, but make sure if you're there, make some noise. Please, 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 because we're going to need it. But coming into this game, like with the betting thing, we're pretty highly favored. I think the spread is like 8.5, 9, almost 10. It's we're favored by a lot, and I think we're the most favored team out of this entire wild card. But obviously, does that make me excited? No, because we've been here, done that. I mean, it's happened in a lot of games, like regular season games in general. But obviously, last year when we played the Vikings, everybody was like, no, the Vikings aren't gonna win. You saw what happened. So I don't care who it is. I really don't. I'm not taking them lightly. I'm taking them as a serious opponent, and I'm sure the Saints are too. I mean, it's a football team. It's the NFL. Anything can happen. I'm not happy to hear that people have like faith and trust in us. I mean, I have faith in my team, but not dumb. Anything can happen, you know. So I hope the Saints are taking them lightly. I doubt they are, considering all the stuff we've been through. We're going to get into the injuries. It's bittersweet news for the Saints. Only 2 players are out, and, you know, if you're a Saints fan, that's pretty good. But Trey Hendrickson will not be playing. He's ruled out for this game. They might be saving him for the divisional. So, yeah, he has a stinger, I think, he's been dealing with in his neck. He's going to be out. So is Nick Easton. So, obviously, those are notable injuries. Trey will be missed in the D-line. Nick Easton will be missed in the offensive line. But I think our guys got it. But if you're a Saints fan, you know that a lot of people are coming back. Alvin Kamara, he's questionable. Assuming that he's showing no symptoms and he's tested negative for Sunday's game, he'll be good to go. He's been doing virtual trainings with Sean Payton and the rest of the team, you know, at home virtually, keeping up with the playbook and all that good stuff. So if AK remains unsymptomatic, there we go, and he tests negative, he's good to go. Michael Thomas has been at practice. I cannot wait. The crazy stat that everybody's been hearing this week, only 10 quarters with Drew Brees, Michael Thomas, and Alvin Kamara. Only 10 quarters. That's absolutely insane. Will we get all 3 back on the field? We'll see. I think it's a very good and high chance that we will. Taysom Hill, he didn't go. Oh yeah, he came out the game last week. Got tested for a concussion. I believe it came back positive, but he's ready to go. Josh Hill, I think he had a concussion or so, but he's ready to go. Marcus Williams, I think he's been out 2 games now. He's ready to go. CJ Gardner-Johnson, who tested positive, I think, early last week for coronavirus, he's good to go. Latavius Murray, who was in close contact with Alvin Kamara and some of the other running backs and fullbacks, he is good to go and will be ready to play. Deonte Harris, he's going to return. Definitely want to see him, obviously, in the punt return game, but obviously he can be used as a receiver as well, so excited for that. I believe DJ Swearinger is good to go as well, and I was wrong. I thought Traequan Smith would be able to play since he got put on IR, but I think the earliest he can come back is the divisional round. Thank you, Darren, for that. He corrected me on that, so yeah. All right, so for the Bears injuries, there's 2 notable people. Darnell Mooney, their number 2 wide receiver, is questionable for this game. Going to be a big thing if he's not going to be able to play or healthy. Next is Roquan Smith, their linebacker. I believe he's the lead tackler too. He has 4 sacks and 2 interceptions on the year. He's questionable for this game too. It's going to be huge if the Bears don't have these players. Okay, so we're going to get into some team stats. The Chicago Bears' total offense is ranked 26th compared to New Orleans' 12th ranking. Passing attack, the Chicago Bears are ranked 22nd compared to New Orleans' 19th. Rushing attack, the Chicago Bears are ranked 25th compared to New Orleans' 6th ranking. So, obviously, Chicago Bears do not look so hot on either of these categories for offense. They're in the bottom half of all of these categories. They haven't had a great season offensively as of late. Mitchell Trubisky has been looking pretty good. David Montgomery, he reached 1,000 yards rushing. He's been looking pretty good at the end of the season. They have some great receivers in the receiving core. They have Allen Robertson. We mentioned Darnell Mooney. He might be questionable, or he is questionable. He might be out for this game. Anthony Miller. We know Jimmy Graham, Cole Kent, and Cordell Patterson. So, they have some talent. It's just the quarterback situation. They just haven't been getting in a groove. Obviously, the first time we played the Bears, Nick Foles, we were facing against him. So, it's going to be a different feel. The defense is going to have to be prepared. We know that Trubisky likes to run around. As we know, Jalen Hurts, he had a good day on the ground with running around in the pocket, or scrambling outside the pocket, should I say, and managed to get 100 yards. I don't think this happens again. I think Dennis Allen knows that cannot happen whatsoever. As far as the secondary, I trust in Marshawn Lattimore. He, in my opinion, won against Robbie Anderson. Robbie Anderson was only held for 3 receptions, 40 yards. I'm not sure how much of that was in garbage time, but anyways, my point is I trust in Marshawn Lattimore. Same with Janoris Jenkins on the flip side, the cornerback position. Glad and excited to be getting Marcus Williams back. I know I've been tough on Marcus Williams, at least in the beginning of the season. So has a lot of people, because there's a lot of miscommunication and blown coverages. But, I mean, he's been playing outstanding ever since we got that cleaned up. He's been looking really, really good. Excited to get him back. Linebackers, Demario Davis, he was all over the field last game. He looked great. I love Demario. Obviously, Quan is not on the team. He got injured. He's going to be out for the season. But Alex Anzalone, I trust in him. I saw a couple good plays he had against the Panthers. So, and Zach Bond, I'm not sure what the rotations are with that. But obviously, I believe Alex Anzalone will probably get most of the snaps. But, he looked pretty good against the Panthers. Glad to be getting C.J. Gardner-Johnson back. It's a little history, Wims threw a punch at him. I don't know if he will be playing, but Wims at least. But C.J. Gardner-Johnson is a great smack talker, and I think he's pretty good with coverage as well. If he's not near him, he pops the ball out. Make sure he hits hard, and the ball just, it's not complete. It's not a completed pass. But I think he's pretty good in coverage. And I don't know if DJ Swearinger will be in or not, but if he is, I trust in him as well. As far as getting to the quarterback and getting quarterback pressure with Mitch Trubisky, we're missing Trey Hendrickson. That's obviously our best rusher on the team by far this season, lead rusher, and he's tied second in the entire NFL with 13.5 sacks. He's tied with Aaron Donald. Number 1 is TJ Watt. So, I mean, he's had an amazing season, and amazing is an understatement. We're going to really miss him. Obviously, he's a force to be reckoned with. But, Marcus Davenport is going to have to step up. Cam Jordan is going to have to step up. David Onyemata, Sheldon Rankins, Shy Tuttle, Malcolm Brown, Carl Granderson. Carl Granderson had 2 sacks last week against the Panthers, and he's been looking pretty good. But, Cam, I know he gets double-teamed, but other people have to win their one-on-ones, and, it'll be interesting, but I think we can get to Mitch Trubisky. And with the run stopping, as of recent, our run stopping game with defense hasn't been looking the best. Obviously, it's not horrible or something like that, but we haven't been as stout. I believe we were, for run, we were number 2. Tampa was number 1 at a time, but we're now down to 4th in our run-stopping defense. We're 4th now. At a time we were number 2, but we've had a couple of games where things got out of hand. But like I said, it's not horrible, but it's not exactly as it was. Obviously, we're missing Malcolm Brown, and he's a big contribute to the stopping the run, but he's back, so we'll see. So with David Montgomery, we're going to have to stop him. I still believe and trust that they will. So, yeah, I mean, I trust them. They've been a little bit and not as tight as they were and as good as they were earlier, but I trust them in stopping David Montgomery. Okay, Saints offense. Drew Brees, Michael Thomas, Alvin Kamara. The trio is going to reunite, hopefully. Hopefully. Let me knock on wood. But yeah, only 10 quarters together, as I mentioned, all season long. That's an insane stat. But, I mean, it looks like they're going to reunite, and I cannot wait. Drew Brees, my only knack on him is there's been some balls that could have been intercepted in these last 3 games or so. And it just didn't happen. But I guess that's my only knack. So, I mean, the Bears can cut it close or keep it close if they're managed to pick up some of the bad thrown balls by Drew Brees and force interceptions. But Drew Brees, he's been looking good. He's been efficient, been able to do exactly what we need him to do. So, yeah. Michael Thomas, they better feed the hell out of him. I'm sure he's ready to just get going. He's eager to get back on the field, and I'm eager to see that. I mean, it's Michael Thomas, man. He's going to be back. Can't guard Mike. Emmanuel Sanders. He had a great game against the Panthers. He got his moolah, as he should. And, yeah, he just looked really good. We can use Taysom Hill in the receiving game, Josh Hill in the receiving game, and Deonte Harris in the receiving game. Not to mention Marquez Callaway, who, man, he's amazing, bro. I cannot wait to see him on the field. Same with Michael Thomas and all of our other wide receivers, and same with Adam Trotman, Jared Cook. How can I forget about Adam Trotman and Jared Cook, our tight ends? Man, it's gonna be a crazy day. Then we have Juwan Johnson. I don't know if we cut Tommy Lee Lewis again. That's a love-hate relationship, or it's like a not even a love-hate. It's an on and off relationship with Tommy Lee Lewis and the Saints organization. But yeah, Tommy Lee Lewis. I mean, literally, I can't wait. All their pieces are coming together just as it should be. Alvin Kamara, Latavius Murray in the running game. Alvin Kamara, he's probably going to be ready to go. He's probably kind of not, I guess, devastated he couldn't get his 1,000-yard season, but he's going to be ready to go. It's playoff time. Latavius Murray, he's going to be back, ready to go. Latavius Murray is amazing and underrated, guys. If you don't like Latavius Murray, why not? He's amazing, but I don't know. Latavius Murray's good. Alvin Kamara is amazing. So, yeah, that's that. The only concern I have, which I have flashbacks from last year, our offensive line. Our offensive line looked great last season, all up until that Minnesota Vikings game. They couldn't block. It just came straight for Drew Brees' throat, and literally, Drew Brees literally couldn't do anything. Drew Brees literally couldn't do anything. Concerned because our offensive line has been looking spectacular. And the same thing happened last year against the Vikings. When hearing the Bears have guys like Khalil, Mack, and Akiem Hicks, you would think, wow, the Bears are probably racking up in sack numbers and in quarterback hits. However, that's not really true. They've had 35 total sacks on the season, which is ranked 17th best in the NFL. With quarterback hits, they've had 88, which ranks 16th best in the NFL, compared to the New Orleans Saints. The Saints have had 45 sacks, which is ranked 8th best in the NFL. And with quarterback hits, with getting to the quarterback, the Saints have gotten to the quarterback 112 times. That's an insane stat. I did not know that about the Saints. That's incredible. So obviously, statistically and with these numbers, the Saints look better when getting to the quarterback, when applying pressure to the quarterback. Hopefully, that stays true when the game is played at 3:40. So one cool and bizarre fact that I didn't know of, I found out today. Well, I'm going to say the first part. The Bears have 10 interceptions on the year. Now, the Saints, we're number 1 in interceptions. We have the most interceptions in the NFL. Kind of. See, the thing is, we're tied. We're in a 4-way tie. 18 interceptions for the Saints on the year. And the Dolphins, the Patriots, and the Steelers all have 18 interceptions as well. So we're in a tie, but technically number 1. So it's pretty crazy. Obviously, I know 5 interceptions came from the Panthers game, which, I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, it happens, but we're number one. That's extraordinary. But talking about the Bears secondary, I didn't really touch upon it, just because of the fact that the Saints have so much talent, and Drew Brees is so amazing that he will find somebody open, and I believe we'll be able to move the chains very, very nicely. No matter how good the secondary is, I know they're pretty high when it comes to total defense with defense in general with the Chicago Bears, but passing defense they're ranked 12th. So, I mean, yeah, they're obviously above in the top half of passing defense, but listen, we have too much talent. I mentioned everybody. Didn't even mention little Jordan Humphrey. I didn't mention Austin Carr, who got a touchdown, and Jawan Johnson as well. I mean, we just have so much talent. Austin Carr got a touchdown last week against the Panthers. But, I mean, we just have so much depth. So, even though, like, I'm pretty sure they're 12th in passing defense, as I said. But Drew Brees will pick apart. We just have too much talent. We just have too much talent. Drew Brees will find the open man, and if not, I mean, we have Alvin Kamara and Latavius Murray. In the run game, the receiving game, I'm just not going to talent. So I think Drew Brees will have success there. Some interesting stats about third down efficiency and red zone efficiency is that the Chicago Bears' third down defense is ranked 8th. So they're very, very good at keeping third downs and pushing it to fourth down instead of like the opponent getting the first down. And with red zone defense, they're ranked 5th. So very good at keeping other teams out of the end zone. So there's a complete flip. Literally, the Chicago Bears defense is a complete flip when you're talking about the Saints offense when it comes to third down and red zone. So the Saints offensively on third down efficiency, they're ranked 8th. So Saints are pretty good at getting first downs on third down. And with red zone, when scoring in the end zone, they're ranked 5th. So it's a literal flip. It's actually kind of crazy how the numbers line up like that. But that's a potential thing. Which one will weigh out? Will the Saints offense get the edge when it comes to converting third downs and scoring in the red zone? Or will the Bears defense get the edge in that? It's literally tied when you're talking about statistically and with numbers. It's literally tied. So who's going to win that matchup? That's very interesting, and we shall see. Now with the Saints defense and the Bears offense, the Saints third down defense is ranked 9th, and their red zone defense is ranked 29th. So very, very good with third down, stopping first downs from happening on third down. But red zone, we are ranked 29th. That is absolutely horrible. We literally almost at the bottom. 32 teams in the NFL were ranked 29th. That is booty cheeks. That's literally so bad. That is so bad. I don't know. Usually I feel like the Saints don't let a lot of teams get into the red zone as of late, kind of. Haven't really been, letting people score on us in general. The Saints are 5th and not allowing any points. We average 21.1 points per game, which is 5th in the NFL. But usually if somebody makes their way down and they're in the 20-yard line, they'll most likely get a touchdown. But I feel like the Saints defense, they don't really let a lot of people get up to that point in general. But no, that's still a horrible stat. We cannot let that happen, 29th. But for the Bears offense, third down efficiency, they're 31st. So they're one away from being dead last. So that is absolutely horrible. So I guess that's something, 31st with the Bears offense and I believe 9th with the Saints defense. We have the edge there. In red zone, they're 22nd, so they're not even that good as well. But the Saints have to win their matchup defensively against the Bears offense. And lastly, before I get into my predictions, the Saints offensive line has allowed 29 sacks this season, which is 11th best tied. And the Bears offensive line has allowed 36 sacks, which is 17th best tied. If you're looking at the Saints, we talked about the offensive line last year in the playoffs. Cannot let that happen. Got to protect Drew Brees. If you're looking at the Saints defense, 36 sacks, 17th tied. We hope we can get to Mitch Tribisky without Trey Hendrickson. So, yeah. All right, so for my prediction, the Saints win 35-23. It's 12-point difference. It's a little bit of a, big differential, but I trust in the Saints. I feel pretty confident. That doesn't mean I'm going to overlook the Chicago Bears. Obviously, they could defeat us. Anything can happen. They're a good team. They've made it this far. So, yeah, but I don't know. Just having all our people back, hopefully healthy, ready to go. I feel confident in this team. I don't think 12 is that much of a bit. I guess it is, but I guess it's bold. But yeah, I think the Saints will be able to contain this game and win. And yeah, so 35-23. Let me know what your predictions are in the comments below. Let me know what you're most excited for. If you're nervous, I'm telling you guys right now, I am absolutely nervous. It's not even Sunday and I'm nervous. Like, I'm absolutely horrified of just everything going wrong. But I'm gonna be so nervous and the rush. But anyways, let me know what you guys are thinking about this game. All the emotions, what you're most excited for, what you're most fearful for. Let me know everything in the comments below. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for 500 subscribers. I mean, this is unreal. I could have never thought this. That seemed out of reach. 100 subscribers seemed like so out of reach. And I mean, this entire season, all the love, support, all the appreciation. I mean, you guys hitting the thumbs up button, the share, the likes, the views. Everything's just been overwhelming in an amazing, good way. It's crazy. This YouTube channel means so much to me. Talking to you guys, connecting with you guys, Who Dat Nation, literally forever. This team and this bond and everything is just so special, and I'm so grateful and thankful for all of you. And yeah, here's to more, and here's just better content from me, and just trying to provide the best Saints content available that I can. And yeah, this YouTube channel is so much fun, and I'm so grateful. So thank you guys so much.